sir. Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you all are doing good today. We're just going to do a quick recap on the indices. Today we had high impact news, we had Empire State Manufacturing Index, and we had prelim. So that was at 10, or we had news at 8:30, high impact news at 8:30, and high impact news at 10. So I expected to take a trade at around 10:10 or start to look for one, and it worked out pretty well. So going to the market today, marked out the previous day's low and previous day high. And after yesterday, we had a Thursday reversal, so I was expecting a continuation higher into the prior week's highs today. But obviously, it didn't work out. We had TGIF. So yeah, so we had this going until we had this 4-hour SIBI right here. We tapped into it, and I was looking at the market today. I was hoping that price would close over this, so at an inverse for it to continue higher. Didn't go out like that. We hit this is 25% of it around this area. 25% of this SIBI, this 4-hour SIBI, and dropped from there. So now going to this, we had LR as well. We had all these highs, right? All these highs, all these buy stops that got swiftly taken out. They were all failure swings. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, I explained it a little bit more further in depth. But all these failure swings, right? All these failure swings keeps on failing to swing the high before it, and it took out it in a swift movement up, and then hit this 4-hour SIBI and just dropped. So once I saw this, we saw this inverse fair value gap. I was now looking for shorts. Closed over it. Closed over this BISI right here, this 15-minute BISI, and so it was now an inverse. So I was expecting a retracement, right? So once I knew this, set up the standard deviation and expected price to hit this -2 to -2.5 standard deviations level for a possible retracement, reversal, or consolidation. So this is my overall target around this area. And as you can see, it lined up pretty well with my target right here, this low-hanging fruit. So we also have this 15-minute SIBI as well, and I anchored the Gann box, where you can do Fibonacci, doesn't really matter. From this low at the time, this was the low that we were at, to this high, see a retracement, tapped into it perfectly. If you go on the 5-minute, you'll see that I literally got ticked in, like I was to the tick pretty much. My order didn't fill. I had a limit order, and it did not fill. And that is a lesson learned from now on, that I should be ready just in case if it does fail to tap me in. Not to enter early, but once it hits this area, if it does not tap me in, for me to enter right there. All right. So I did miss out on this trade, but it was a good mental trade. I knew that if I took this trade, I would have won. Simply, I mean, it's just a little tape reading, an accidental tape reading. But yeah. So once it hits this, taps it to the tick, into this equilibrium, and 15-minute SIBI, 15-minute inverse fair value gap. Dropped from there. We see this 5 minutes BISI right here gets inversed, taps in, closes right here. So it's validated right here on this candle. Taps into it once, and then taps into it twice, drops. And then we see another SIBI right here as well that just gets wicked into, and then just continues dropping towards my target near the standard deviations level, -2. And right when it hits this level right here, drops or pumps up a little bit. So that was what I was looking at today. A little 2.5-hour trade. So now going NASDAQ. Dang, bro, I gotta sneeze. Okay. So right here, marked out the prior day's highs and prior day's lows again. And we also see that there is this order block right here. Never tapped into it, but I was expecting for it to after the big drop. Didn't retrace that. That would have been a big retracement right there. Didn't retrace back into it. It's okay. Also marked out this fair value gap as well. This hourly fair value gap. Never really tapped back into after hitting the prior day low. It's okay. And right here, this is where I was trying to trying to like set up the NASDAQ the same as the ES, seeing if it retraces into this, and it tapped into this hourly SIBI to the tick, just like the ES, and just dropped from there. Did not tap into the it didn't tap into the premium though, but it's alright. Still worked out and dropped from there after hitting the priority low, and this 1 hour SIBI continued low for the day, kind of just consolidate a little bit. Now the Dow Jones. We targeted this this volume profile once again. We're back in it. I don't know what's like that. So we're back in this volume profile again. Volume imbalance. My fault. And oh, that's there. I have so much random stuff on my chart, bro. I just need to get rid of this. Like, bro. Holy. Okay, so just like the other indices, I was expecting for price to go higher. Once I saw there was a drop on the ES and all the markets were kind of following it, I marked out this equilibrium right here. So from this low at the time, this 10 o'clock, to this high. And this is equilibrium, so I was expecting price to possibly go into premium on this. And we also had this huge 15-minute inverse value gap that got closed over here, retraced back into the 50% of it. So turn on the middle line. Tapped in, or went into the 50% of it. Went into premium as well. Mark out of that because ash rash. And then we just dropped from there, right? And just like the other one, let me guess, or we might have. Just like ES, we might have. Yeah, so same thing as this. That's why standard deviations are so good as projections. The high to the low of the bodies right here hits the -2 level, standard deviation level, and just kind of reversed from there and just chopped off from there. And then going on DXY. This really just like not consolidated. This really just like this validated my plan for it to continue to bearish the indices. Right here at 11 a.m. Like during the trade, right here, it closed over this 1 hour SIBI, and that means that DXY would probably retrace back down into it, which is what it did, and continue going a little bit higher for a bit, right? And when the DXY goes up, indices go down. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Today wasn't a bad day. We finally had some decent price action out of this entire week being pretty mid. I took, I think, 2 or 3 losses this week. Won today. Made back the majority of it. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed the recap today and found it helpful, drop a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you later.